Hey there guys, so today I'm going to show you how to fit up a note acceptor into a bell fruit machine. It's the only one I have available at the moment. It's pretty standard, all the other ones, but like I say, I'll show you through this one. So first things first, obviously to open the machine up. And as you'll see, we've got a blanking plate there, so it's quite secure. On the inside here is another plate which has got a little hole in it, but basically that is a little hole in there, but it's the back of the plate there. So all we're going to need to do, I've loosened these already just so I can do this easily at this point in the video. But just undo these screws here. It's quite normal that there's only 2 screws in here. Put them safely somewhere. Okay. And then this plate should just slide off like so. This is the one that's got the hole in the middle. And then you'll be left with a nice hole. And that's the blanking plate. So I'm going to be fitting up, I need to test this JCM Japan Cash note acceptor. A little bit dusty. Pretty sure it worked well. So like I say, this is the Japan Cash machine note acceptor that's going in the machine. And before we do anything, we'll just make a note of the serial number. So the last 6 digits is the most important part of the serial number. So it's 082299. So we'll have to remember that. And another part that we'll need for fitting up this machine is this, which is what the note acceptor will sit in when it's up here. It gives it a little bit of support so there's not too much weight on the glass. And a little bit different to the one with the hole in here. It's a hole under the hole in, but it has screws on it as well. So we're going to need that as well. Another thing we might need is an extra loom part. So basically, if I can find the loom and the extra bit, and my spares pile. There it is. Right. So basically, as you can see here, there's the loom that connects up around this point somewhere, I believe. And this is the loom here. So this is the loom, it connects up and you're left with these parts of this down here. These are the parts that connect into the machine itself. Now what we want is, oh well, this one's quite handy because it already has the part that we need. You see it's got the one, so we wouldn't need the extra part, this extra part here. But as an example, on this machine, it doesn't have the part that we need that would fit into a JCM note acceptor. So there's the extra bit that we've got here, and that just connects via a little microchip board via the one port from the machine into another one that then goes into the machine here. And so you may need an extra part like that. If your Japan Cash machine doesn't have the loom that it needs in your machine. So what we're going to do is on the front of the machine here, we're just going to place this blanking plate with the hole in. Just place it on there like that. As you can see, the screws quite prominently come through. We're then going to place this through the screws. So if I can just I can try and do this one-handed with a screw in my mouth as well. I'm not really able to do this one-handed, I know it. Okay, let's just put that down. Hopefully you can still see it. Probably do it two-handed either. So yeah, all we're doing is just tightening up without losing the nuts like I've just done. Okay, so once that's in, just get a screwdriver with a bolt end there and just tighten these up. You don't want it to go too tight because you'll pop your glass. So just do it so that it will click, and then maybe just add on an extra turn just to make sure that it's secure, but you don't want to do it too tight, otherwise you will pop the glass and you'll have an awful mess on your hand. Okay, so once your screws and your bolts are tightened, you see this doesn't move. It's pretty secure. Now we're going to set up the note acceptor. So this basically, quite simply, goes through the holes. These, you should have screws already inserted into them. If not, go back to where you bought it from and complain. So yeah, put the screws through and just make sure they go all the way to the top. And then once they're all the way to the top, just get your screwdriver and tighten them up. Not too tight just yet. That doesn't want to tighten up at all, unbelievable. Right, that one, does that do anything? No. Okay, that's not good. Luckily, nothing's broken. But that's because these bloody screws are the wrong ones. They don't go in any further. Yes, they do. Why are they not going in to the machine? Unbelievable. Okay, well, let's try that again then. So in, up, all the way to the top, and screw them in until they're not going in. Unbelievable, they're not very tight at all. Right, so get your other screws as well, because you need to get some more screws in the bottom holes here, because those are your real securing ones really, these ones down the bottom. If you haven't got these ones, then definitely is something wrong with the person that you're buying them from. I make sure that any parts that I sell always have these 4 main screws. do the same the other side. Take out your hand though, I'll tell you that. That's better, that one. So just make sure that they're all really tight. Okay, so that is now securely fitted. Not going anywhere. Now obviously the next part is just to place your loom into the note acceptor there. Can't really see, can you? But that just slots straight to the side there like that. And now it's all fully connected. So now the next thing to do is to turn the machine on. You want to hear the start-up noise of the motors and just see the motors turning. Sounds good. Okay, so once it's started up, hit cancel, push your green start up test mode button, and you want to go into BNV key, that one. Push start, and it'll ask you to enter your key. Now the BNV key, quite simply, is the number that I said to look for on the back of your machine, and that was, if I remember rightly, or you can see from here, 082299. So then we're just going to enter Okay, so you use these keys, as you saw, to enter your code. So these transfer here and change state go through the selection, and the cancel and the hold go up and down. And once you've done that successfully and put the right key in, push exchange, it'll be roughly the same for you. Push that, it'll say key stored, and it'll tell you if the key's valid or not. So it said key valid. If it isn't, if you don't put the right key in, it will just say BNV no response. Okay, so that is as far as we need to do in terms of setting up. Now what we need to do is test that it works. So we'll shut the machine down, lock the doors, close the locks. Dun, 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 dun. Probably say refill key, refill coins. and it appears to work, otherwise it would have come up with an alarm by now. The most important thing to try is see if it accepts the new £20 note. Perfect. And there you have it. I've got bulb out already, don't believe it. So yeah, that's the that's deal or no deal, and that's how you fit up a note acceptor. I've got 2 bulbs out.
Thank you. Are you feeling stressed? From the banker. It's not going well. The safety net has gone. Unlucky. Bad news.
Alright, I'm going to leave it there, but thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully this has been of some help, and be sure to look out for more videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.